Take this!
Senel!
Shirley, stay inside!
But...
Hurry up and hide! Hey, over here! Come on. Let's see how you like this.
Senel?
He got away. If the engine were working, we could catch up and finish him off.
Please, don't push yourself. You've hardly slept at all this past week.
I don't have a choice. You never know what'll happen. A ship could come by any time.
I can keep watch too.
No. You know the sea breeze is like poison to you.
Don't worry, I can take a little bit, really.
Hey, hold on.
Huh?
Shirley, get back! Eat this! Demon Fist! Eat this! Demon Fist! Eat this! Demon Fist! Eat this! Demon Fist! Eat Demon Fist! I have my moments. The monster felt different than the others. It was almost human.
Was that a Terra quest?
What now?
Senel, look! Behind you!
Huh? What the?
What the...
Shirley. Shirley. Say something! Shirley! What the... So, she's come. Shirley, hang on! This fever, she's burning up. She got seawater all over herself.
Hey, is everything all right?
Is there someplace around here with fresh water? A river or a pond or something?
Well, there's a small spring at the top of the hill.
Thanks.
Hey, wait! What was that about? That boat. Only Marines of the Holy Alliance use those boats. That means that kid is... Hey, what do you think you're doing? Are you trying to kill her? She'll drown!
It's all right.
Like hell it is. Her hair, it's glowing.
Hey, quit staring at her.
So seawater makes her ill, but fresh water helps her recover. I've never heard of anyone with a body like that. And on top of that, the way her hair glowed, it's just like a shining one.
I said quit staring at her.
First the pillar of light in Raging Bay, and now a shining one. It's just as the legend said. That girl, who is she? The silent treatment. Let's try a different question. Why have you come here, Alliance Marine?
We didn't so much come here as we were drawn in. We were drifting on the sea when this thing just came out of nowhere. What is this place, anyway?
The Legacy. We're standing on a giant ship, a remnant of an ancient civilization.
A ship? Wait, a ship? Shirley!
Senel!
Get away from her! You have no right to say such a thing! What? Who the hell are you? Die! Duck west! No way! Sam! Duck west! Sam! Duck west! Demon fist! No way! Sam! Duck west! Demon fist! Sam! Duck west! Demon fist!
So, this sweet little thing's the Marinus, huh? I didn't think she'd really be here, but lo and behold, there she was. See ya!
Stop! It's that monster again. I can't worry about that now. I need to save Shirley. Do you know anything about that man with the eye patch?
His name is Moses Sandor. He's a notorious bandit.
Do you know where he's headed?
To his hideout, no doubt. The bandit's lair is in a high area beyond some mountains. Come, follow me. I never got your name. I'm Will Renard. And you?
Senel Coolidge. What is this place?
Quite a sight, isn't it? It's amazing that all of this is on a ship.
There's even a city.
Senel.
Hmm?
Have you ever heard the word Marinus before?
No.
Very well. An ancient kingdom once flourished aboard the Legacy. It was known as the Kingdom of Terrasus. The kingdom was actually led by a person designated as the Marinus.
So you're saying this Marinus thing is connected to the Legacy?
That's right. It seems that the Marinus was able to control this great ship using nothing but the power of his will. The reason Shirley is being pursued is because some people believe her to be a descendant of the Marinus.
Why would they think that?
Right around the time you arrived, a pillar of light appeared in the center of the Legacy.
A pillar of light.
When the pillar of light appears, a new Marinus shall arise. It's an old legend taken from the records of Terrasus.
That's got nothing to do with us. It's just a coincidence.
I thought so too at first, but once I laid eyes on her, on Shirley, I started to wonder.
Why?
Because Marinus means Shining One. The Legacy was discovered 15 years ago. The ship is shrouded in countless mysteries, very few of which have been solved. We don't have the slightest idea about even basic things like how it moves or when it will stop. Were a descendant of the Marinus to appear, many would consider her an invaluable asset.
Yeah, well, that's got nothing to do with Shirley.
Welcome to Wertis Beacon. It gets its name from the lighthouse. Lively little place, isn't it?
A lighthouse? Here?
It's some kind of beacon, a remnant of the Kingdom of Terrasus. No one knows what it's really for. It lights up occasionally, so that people just think of it as a lighthouse.
Will, great timing! Come quick!
There's a plaza with a fountain in the center of the city. Wait for me there, Senel.
Hey, first tell me how to get to the bandits' lair! The plaza with the fountain.
Hello there. Is this your first time in Where Beacon? You're dressed like an Alliance Marine. You look pretty strong. So, are you strong or are you not?
Who cares?
I care. I really want to know. I need to know. I can't stand it when there's something I don't know, you know? Hey, anybody want to take me on? If you can beat me, I'll give you 50,000 gold. That's what this person just said.
Hey, what are you trying to do? Sounds like a good time to me.
Yeah, I'll take you up on that.
Get out of my way. His fingertips, they're glowing!
Wait, this guy's an Aaron?
He can use Eris. Interesting. Iron Eris, I presume. He certainly looks like the type who acts before he thinks. Come on now, folks, don't hold back. It's 50,000 gold, remember? 50,000!
Yeah, but still.
I don't know. I mean, it's not like we can use Eris.
Hey, what's all the commotion about? Hey, yo, you that causing trouble. Don't you know the rules of this town?
Fighting's bad. Violence, too.
Exactly right, just what you said. You gotta obey the rules at all times, you dig?
What if you break them?
Oh, no!
What if you disobey? What'll happen? What'll happen? What'll happen? What'll happen?
Those who break the rules will get their feel. The iron hammer of justice and hear its thunderous peal.
Yeah! They're defenders of justice!
If there's a crime, we'll stop it. If there's a brawl, we'll squash it. Oh, yeah! That's our
You're bouncers!
Yo, you got it?
Get your hand off me.
Hey, how could you...
Do you realize what you've done? Do you know who this is? Yeah, well, he started it. There's nothing he hates more than someone interrupting his song! Huh?
Ooh, he's angry. Curtis is angry.
You're in trouble now!
Isabella, I find myself filled with the most intense sadness.
Yes, Curtis.
Now I must harden my heart. I must swallow my tears. All for the sake of reforming this wayward youth.
Yes, Curtis.
Still, it must be done. For the sake of love. Beauty is power! Great Bantam!
Beauty is sin.
Wonder Bantam!
Prepare yourself! We are the Bantam Bouncers!
Oh, hell.
What?
Oh, defeat!
So he's stronger than the bouncers.
Senel, what's going on? What happened?
These guys just came at me.
Why don't you tell me the full story?
I don't have time for that. I've got to get to the bandit's lair now.
What, are you planning on just charging in there like a rabid dog?
Out of my way, or else. That Eris stone, it's glowing. You're a crystal Aaron?
Time for your punishment, boy. Lightning!
Have you awakened? Will really should try to hold back a little more. It's good that he takes his job as a sheriff so seriously, but sometimes he takes things a bit too far.
Now, let's not be spreading falsehoods, Madame Musette. My real occupation is that of a natural historian. I never claimed to be a sheriff.
Let me out of here.
Seems like you still haven't learned your lesson.
Will told me about the situation. Would you mind if I asked you a question? What exactly is your relationship to Shirley?
She's my little sister.
I see. Then you must go save her, mustn't you? Will, why don't we let Senel go?
But...
He's just earnest, that's all. He can't help but be anxious. When your sister is in danger, you must run to her immediately, no matter where she is or what stands in your way. That is what brothers do, is it not?
don't blame me if he stirs up trouble again.
Well then, why don't you accompany him?
Is that an order?
Just a suggestion. Though now that I think about it, I believe a certain spirited young lady also headed off to Moses' hideout.
Chloe Vollins went there?
Yes, and it seems she went alone. Do you think she'll be all right?
So now I'm a babysitter. I guess I don't have much choice. Very well, I will help you get your sister back, since I now seem to have other business there as well.
Isn't that nice, Senel?
Thanks.
You're quite welcome.
Let's hurry to the bandit's lair.
Will, I believe you've forgotten your map.
Ah, thank you.
Take care of yourself, Senel. When you return with Shirley, let's all get together for tea.
That monster we just fought sure was menacing.
Indeed. I prefer not to encounter one of those again.
We fought a lot of monsters so far, but none of them made me feel that uncomfortable.
We should pay attention to any signs of monsters. The fog's gotten a lot thicker.
Halt! Look, up there!
Looks like I'll be taking care of my other business first.
We've got you now. Give up.
You've got me. Give up? Just who do you think you're talking to? Save your threats until after you've tasted my blade. Demon Fang!
Such a reckless little girl to cut down the entire bridge like that.
She's an Iron Aaron.
What, there are more down here? So be it! Filthy kidnappers!
Don't go too far on your own.
I know!
Lightning!
Who are you calling kidnappers?
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon
Lightning!
Fang!
Demon Fist!
Demon Fang!
Shadow Rush!
Demon Fang!
Lightning!
Demon Fang!
Shadow Rush!
That's enough.
Lightning!
You're mistaken. We're not with those bandits.
What?
We're here to rescue a kidnapped girl.
Oh, really? I just assumed...
That's real good, slicing people up on assumptions.
Senel!
So you're headed for the bandits' lair too?
Yes.
To do what?
My objective is the same as yours.
And my objective has absolutely nothing to do with you.
No matter. I cannot stand by and allow injustice to prevail.
At last, we've got you now!
Sounds like there's more of them on the way. We can't afford to get surrounded. Run!
Are those all Moses's men?
Yeah, quite the little army, isn't it? Where did she go?
Who knows? Must have run off on her own.
Damn, I needed to speak with her.
Is she the young lady Musette was talking about?
Yes, Chloe Valens. As expected, her sense of justice has driven her to come here and rescue Shirley.
Why? She doesn't even know Shirley.
She was born a knight. Knights act according to their duty.
A knight?
Well, y'all finally made it.
Moses! An ambush?
Now what's that face for? After I came all the way out here just to show you folks some hospitality. Y'all could be a bit more grateful, you know. Ain't that right, Gee?
Let Shirley go!
So that's the girl's name, Shirley. You know her?
I said, let her go!
Y'all watch your step now.
Senel, are you all right? Talk to me. Senel! Moses, you...
Huh, don't look at me, he's the one who fell for it.
Senel! Hey, Senel!
Will! Can you hear me? Will! I need to get back up there. Someone's there. Did Moses send someone after me? They won't get me that easily.
Ah!
Ah?
Ah! You're...
That harebrained chick.
How dare you address me like that?
Well, if you're here, you obviously fell into one of those trapdoors, right?
Be quiet. You're a fine one to talk. Ah! What do you think you're...
Shut up, someone's coming.
Ah! Don't press so hard.
Senel, are you there? Oh, well. And to think, you two only just met.
What are you talking about?
Come with us. Let's head back up.
All right.
Now, Miss Chloe Vollins,
How do you know my name?
your reputation as a defender of justice precedes you.
It is my duty to help those in need.
They say you jumped into a couple's squabble and beat the man half to death.
When?
3 days ago. Did you not realize what you had done?
No.
I've heard several stories like that about you.
Lies. All lies.
Nice way to help people.
Quiet, you!
The spirit with which you attempt to follow your beliefs is certainly admirable. But it would be wise to think a bit more about the potential consequences of your actions.
Yes, I guess you're right.
You've seen how dangerous this place is. I think it would be best for you to return quietly to the city.
No, I've come this far. I don't think I should retreat now. Even as we stand here, that poor captured girl is suffering.
I had a feeling you'd say that. In that case, work together with us.
With you?
That kidnapped girl is actually Senel's sister, Shirley.
Oh, I see. All right. Now that I know your situation, for me to refuse would be to go against my very calling. I shall accompany you.
Then it's settled, right, Senel?
Whatever. It's just until we rescue Shirley anyway.
Yeah.
Well then, might I ask you two your full names?
I'm Will Renard, and this is...
Senel Coolidge.
Reynard and Coolidge. Understood. I shall address you as such from now on.
They say the Mariners ain't like normal folks, but looking at you here, I don't see no difference. Maybe you're just disguised as a regular person. No, ain't that. Well, I'm stumped.
Please let me go.
Do what I want you to and I just might.
What do you want?
I came to the Legacy to master sacred airs.
Sacred heiress?
Yeah, it's a kind of airs where your fingernails glow with all the colors of the rainbow. Its power can move mountains. Supreme Arcane Airs. That's what Sacred Airs is. Why don't you tell me where I can get it, huh?
Well, why are you asking me? I've never heard of...
Moses!
What's up, Chaba? Well, sounds like things are about to get interesting.
What should we do?
You have to ask. We're gonna go play around with them a bit. We'll finish our chat later. I'm gonna go check out some big rats. I tell you, folks these days are something else. Barging in here all greedy, trying to kidnap a poor little girl.
Look who's talking!
Your girl's on the top floor.
What was that about?
Sounds like he's playing with us, like cat and mouse.
I'm gonna pound you into the ground!
I've really honed my skills.
It's fine to recognize your ability now and again, but you still have much to learn.
I know. I can push myself more. I can still get better.
This looks like the top floor. Is it locked?
Shirley, are you in there?
Senel?
Shirley? We finally found you. How are you feeling?
I'm all right. How about you? Are you hurt?
I'm fine. Sorry it took so long to get here.
No, don't worry about that. Thank you for coming to rescue me.
Stand back. I'm going to break the door down.
Can you do that?
I will do it.
Stop! There's no point in continuing this.
Move!
You're bleeding. You're going to destroy your hands. And you were calling me harebrained?
I said move!
Senel, please stop.
Shirley?
Please, don't do anything foolish. I don't want you to get hurt on my account.
All right. I'll find another way.
Let's catch Moses and make him tell us where the key is.
He might be carrying it himself.
Yeah. Shirley, hang on just a little longer. We're going to get the key.
Please be careful.
I will.
About time y'all showed up. Geek and me were getting tired of waiting.
Hand over the key.
So that's it, huh? You want this key that bad? Well, in that case, come and get it. Just so y'all know,
Something's up.
my ears is gonna hurt. What are you looking at?
Lightning!
Thing.
Demon Fist! Eat this! Demon Fist! Demon Shadow! Here, use this! Demon Fist! Demon Shadow! First aid! Demon Fist! Demon Shadow! I should keep some for later. Lightning! Demon Fist!
Demon Thing!
Watch out!
How could
If
I
it gets
hold
any
you?
closer, lightning!
How could you? Shadow! Rush!
Sword Ring!
Demon Fist! Something's up!
Demon Fang!
You're mine now! Here, use this!
Watch out!
Shadow Rush!
Demon
Demon
Fang!
Shadow! First aid!
Hey, watch out! What are you up to? What are you up to?
Here, use this!
This is not good. That into
How dare you! How dare you!
Thanks. You looking at, huh? Just
Sword Ring!
If it gets any closer,
First aid!
Demon Fang!
Come on, God. Here, use this! First aid! Yeah, use this!
What do you got, a crush or something?
First aid!
So good.
don't take your eyes off him.
Here, use this! Eat this! First aid! Thanks. Here, use...
That went tolerably well.
Thanks.
Is he meditating?
Hand over the key.
Huh. This fight ain't over yet.
Moses, we're under attack!
Under attack?
They're already at the entrance!
What?
The Marinus girl is in there somewhere. Find her at any cost!
Who in the hell are those red guys?
I've never heard of an army like that on the Legacy. When did they come aboard?
That's...
Do you know them, Senel?
No.
Hey, you there! You want the key, right? Take it.
Moses?
But don't get me wrong now. I'm just lending it to you for a bit. We still gotta settle our score. But for now, we got bigger fish to fry. Geet, Chaba, come on!
If we don't move quickly, we'll get caught in the fighting.
Let's hurry back to Shirley.
Whoa! What was that?
What is it, Senel?
It was like suddenly all my senses were heightened and everything just stood still.
Ah, yes. We do possess such a power, don't we? Use it well. It should make our battles easier.
Shirley, what is it? You!
You're the flying man that was at Lumen Spring.
Wait! Damn it, where's he headed?
This way! Hurry! That flying guy seemed to be going toward the Crystal Forest. You can get there from the rear exit of the hideout. Follow me! If you go out here and just keep going straight, you'll reach the Crystal Forest.
Why are you helping us?
I'm sure Moses would do the same thing if he were here.
There's one thing I'd like to ask. Do you know of a swordsman with a tattoo of a snake on his arm?
A snake tattoo? No, I'm afraid not.
I see.
Well, bye now. Good luck.
Sorry to keep you waiting, darling.
Hand over the Marinus now.
Whoa, easy there, baby. You came all the way out here to see me, so why don't we have us a little fun?
Unfortunately, I haven't got time for weaklings like you.
Well, y'all came up here reaching for a fight. We're just glad to oblige. Ain't no backing out now. Let's get it on!
What was that?
A Crystarantula. They look fearsome, but they're actually quite gentle. They don't normally attack people.
It sure looked like it was attacking her.
Well, they tend to show no mercy to those who enter their nests. Cristarantulas have a habit of collecting shiny objects. Treasure hunters often run into trouble with them.
Is that what she was?
Most likely.
Well, we can't just abandon her. Let's go after her.
Then this is as far as we go together.
Why?
I'm going to find Shirley. I'm not interested in that girl.
It's not a matter of interest. You know, you are incredibly self-centered.
And you can't keep your nose out of other people's business.
The nerve.
That's enough, you two. We're all headed in the same direction. Rescuing Shirley is our first priority, but we'll keep that girl in mind as well.
Moses, are you all right?
Damn horn-wearing, street-walking wannabe Dom. We ain't done yet, baby. Not by a long shot.
Believe you guys. Why didn't you help me? So heartless. Oh, why are people so cruel? I can't take it!
Perhaps first you could explain why you were being chased by that creature. If I had to guess, I'd say you probably got caught ransacking its nest.
Well...
Bingo!
Well, she's an easy read. Maybe you should look at yourself first before you go accusing others.
Oh, come on, that's different. When you see a cute girl in trouble, don't you think you should do something?
Not really, no.
What? You know, I don't like you. You're cold. Or maybe you don't like cute girls.
No, I mean, yes,
Whatever. Whether it's all cute girls or just me, doesn't really matter now. Hello?
Who are you waving at?
Looks like he wants to play with you guys now. He's all yours. Have fun.
Why us?
Lightning! Demon Fist! Demon Shadow! Eat this! Demon Fist! Demon Shadow!
Demon Fang!
Lightning! Demon Shadow!
Demon Fang!
Demon Fist! Demon Shadow! All right!
Demon Fang!
Eat this! Lightning!
Demon Fang!
No way!
Sword
Here,
Ray!
use this! Don't take your eyes! First aid! Shadow! Demon Shadow! Stone Blast!
How could I let him do that?
Demon Shadow!
Demon Fang! What are you up to?
Lightning! Ain't not bad!
How could I let him
my
do
guard
that?
down. Here, use this! First aid!
Just one more shot!
Demon Fist!
Sword Ray!
What are you looking at, huh? Shadow! Demon Shadow!
Fang.
Here, use this! First aid! Thanks. Shadow Rush!
Demon Fang!
Lightning! Shadow Rush! Impact! Stone Blast! I should keep some for later.
Sword Ray!
I should keep some for later. Shadow Rush! Impact! Here, use this! Demon Fist! First aid! All right.
Thank you so much. You all fought for little old me.
No, we didn't.
I didn't expect all three of you to be errands. You should have told me that sooner, sillies. People need to help each other out, you know? It feels good to be useful, doesn't it?
What are you babbling about?
I've made up my mind. I'm gonna let you join my party.
What?
I've been looking for an errand I could get some mileage out of. Finding three at once is more than I could have possibly hoped for.
Whatever.
What's your name?
Me, Norma Beatty. And since you asked, I'm a world-class treasure hunter if I do say so myself.
I didn't ask.
Oh, come on. Listen.
Norma, did you see a man flying through the sky near here? He would have had a girl with him.
A flying man? What are you, stupid? If you want to see acrobats, go to the circus.
Who are you calling stupid?
Ow!
We don't have time for this.
Hey, wait! Hold up! Hang on a sec! Guys! Let's work together. Let's be a team. Join my team and let's be friends, damn it.
You're not the one who should be getting mad. Looks like the path continues beyond this wall.
We should be able to use a ladder to get to the path, but it looks like someone didn't want that to happen.
So you want to get through here? Say, Senny.
Senny?
Nicknames?
Why don't we make a deal? I'll make it so you can pass through here. And in exchange, you'll join my team.
Like you could actually do that.
Oh? You don't believe me? You'd flip if you knew how good I was. Ooh. Here, watch. You two also.
Will and Chloe.
Glasses, Bossy, Teach. And you're C.
Hey!
Now that that's settled, allow me to gently blow this wall to Kingdom Come.
Her nails are glowing.
You're an Aaron too?
Crystal Heiress looking nice, as usual.
No, don't!
Grave! See? Piece of cake! Ow! What was that for? That hurt!
You idiot! You just ruined a valuable display of nature's beauty!
But...
Come with us.
We're taking her with us?
There's no telling what she'll do if we let her roam free. I'm keeping her with me, and watching her like a hawk.
Hi.
Whatever.
Man, for a minute there, I thought I was gonna be that spider's lunch.
Us too, and it's all your fault.
Indeed. Don't drag us into these situations.
Man, you two can be so cold sometimes. Right, Teach?
Its jaw was truly splendid. Oh, I hope I can one day acquire a specimen.
It's like talking to a wall.
This is Shirley's brooch.
Roach? Ooh, what's it look like? Let me see, let me see! Hey, why are you hiding it? Let me see it! Come on!
Shirley must be this way.
Oh, Senny, you're so greedy.
You're late, Stingle.
Melanie, have you located the Marinus girl?
Yes, sir. We are currently in pursuit.
Give me a detailed report.
Right away, sir.
Castle, order the troops to be ready to move out at any time.
Yes, sir. Cashel, Melanie, and Stingle. It's been a while since the Terrors have been assembled like this. I left the good fighting on the mainland to come to this ship in the middle of nowhere. I'd better get to have some fun. There she is! Shirley!
That girl all slumped over there is Senny's sister? No way! She really is floating in midair!
It's the entrance to a ruin?
Damn, we didn't make it!
What are you worried about? We can just open it ourselves. Hello? Don't just stand there. Help me out.
What are we supposed to do?
Put your hands on the door like me. Come on. All right. Nothing can stop the four of us.
What just happened?
Using the power of Eris, you can open up doors in ruins that are normally shut tight. Isn't that cool?
All right, let's go inside.
Now do you see why I made you my team? Treasure hunters and Eris were meant for each other. So you see... Hello? Hey, don't leave me behind like that!
To think there were ruins here. I didn't realize it the last time I came.
It looks like a passageway.
A passageway? Oh yeah, a passageway! Oh, I know! This must be that thing!
That thing?
What thing?
The secret passage made during the era of the Kingdom of Terrasis. You haven't heard of it?
No. I'm surprised you have.
Well, I am a world-class treasure hunter after all.
Impressive.
Of course, I do have a cheat sheet. The records my teacher left me.
You have a teacher?
Oh yeah, he's a real scoundrel, let me tell you.
We don't have time for stupid gossip. We need to catch that guy.
Hey, don't call it stupid.
Does the legacy have earthquakes?
It does shake sometimes, but I've never felt an earthquake like this before.
Are you sure it's safe to be down here right now?
There he is! So, you managed to come this far.
Hey, you know, up close, he doesn't look that bad.
You're not getting away this time. You.
I've had enough of you. I will bury you right here and now.
See ya! Just stone blast right under it! Get a new place right after he takes off. Here, use this! Demon Fist! First aid! Demon Fist!
I should hold back a little.
Demon Fist! Southwest! Stone Blast! Demon Fist! Southwest! Pitiful. Demon Fist!
Sword Rain!
This guy's tough, and we've even got him 4-1.
No! Shirley!
The pillar's collapsing! Ah!
He sacrificed himself to protect Shirley.
But why?
She doesn't appear to be injured, but...
Shirley, wake up! Shirley!
Hey everyone, listen up! We're in trouble. The path we came down caved in with the earthquake. We're seriously trapped. Uh-oh, you're still alive?
You haven't heard the last of me!
You're awake.
It's good to see you're all right.
Don't startle her.
That wasn't my intent.
She's scared of you. Ow! Thank you so much for all you've done for me.
It is only natural to aid those in distress. You need not feel obliged. Why are you staring at me? Is there something on my face?
No?
We can talk more later. For now, let's just get out of here. Since the way we came is blocked, we'll have to go forward. Any objections?
Just hang on a little longer, Shirley.
I'm sorry that this all happened because of me.
It's not your fault. Shirley?
I'm okay, don't worry.
Let's rest for a bit.
I guess the rumor about Shirley being the Marinus really was just a rumor. I mean, anyone can see she's a normal person.
I never believed the rumors were true. The very idea is preposterous.
Just what rumors did you hear, see?
That her whole body lights up, that she can breathe underwater.
Yeah, those are the same ones I heard. It's one of the legends of the Radiant.
The Radiant. That's the name of the people from that ancient civilization who created the Kingdom of Terraces.
Right. I mean, sure, their culture might have been a little different from that of today's people. But they weren't like fireflies or fish, you know?
Alright, can we talk about something else now?
Senel?
Once we return to the city, Shirley will be under my protection.
Wait a minute. Says who? We were only supposed to be together until I got Shirley back.
I can't let her out of my sight until this Marinus business cools down.
Like hell you can't.
Senel. Horse?
You won't have to worry about us. We'll be leaving the ship soon enough.
Horse?
Well, that would be the wisest thing to do.
Did you hear that, Shirley? Once we get out, we can...
Horse? Who are you? I'm Peepo of the Aura Sword. Pleased to meet you. It's a talking otter. I'm a bard. A talking otter who plays harp.
Norma, don't be rude.
Well, come on, look at it.
It's an otter.
See? I told you. Did you come to visit our village? Oh, I'm sorry, the village has already moved.
You have a village?
Shall I show you the way to our old village? It's very close. What do you think?
I'm intrigued, but I think we should decline. We don't know what dangers might lurk out there. There's also the possibility of some sort of trap.
Horse? Aw, those big round eyes and that desperate look on his face. He's so cute.
That's so not fair.
Teach, how can you possibly doubt cute little innocent Pippi?
Pippi?
Well, it's not that I doubt him.
All right then, Pippi. We'll follow you anywhere. Do as you please. Oh, wonderful! Welcome! It's this way! This is where our Orsword village used to be.
Peepo!
Cupo!
Chupo?
Greetings! I'm Cupo of the Orosoran.
My brother Cupo is the top martial artist among the Orosoran. Martial artist?
Your eyes. You two have the eyes of a true warrior, just like mine.
Oh.
Thanks.
I had no idea that anything like the Orosoran even existed.
Nor did I. I've been on the Legacy for 10 years, and I've never heard as much as a rumor.
We've known about you all forever. I've been to your city many times. Seriously?
The townspeople must have looked at you quite strangely.
Not at all. They were all very nice. Even when I just stood there without saying anything, people gave me food.
They thought they were pets.
At any rate, these kinds of surprises occur quite often when you live on the Legacy.
What surprised me was that Eris could open the door to the ruins. I never imagined that I could use my Eris like that.
It's only been 50 years since Erins first began appearing among humans. However, in the Kingdom of Terrasis, it may have been common for everyone to use Eris.
Why did the Kingdom of Terrasis fall?
That is one of history's greatest unknowns. No one has been able to provide a real explanation for the fall of Terrasis.
For that matter, no one knows why they built their kingdom on board a ship either.
If the cataclysm really occurred, that might tie into the explanation.
What's the cataclysm?
A great disaster, said to have struck the world several thousand years ago. Supposedly, half the world's land sunk into the sea.
How scary.
Shirley, come here a sec.
Okay. Why did we come over here?
You don't want to listen to that, do you?
It's okay.
Oh yeah, you dropped something.
You found my brooch. Oh, that's wonderful. I thought I'd never see it again.
Yeah, well, I know how important it is to you.
Thank you, Senel. I'll never lose it again.
Okay.
People told me everything. You can't get back out?
We'd be grateful if you could tell us of another exit.
Then allow us to lead you.
All right, we're off to the surface.
Onward!
There's a stairway leading up a little further ahead. We can get out through there.
In handy, don't I? It is comforting to have support from the back line.
Yeah, but you almost hit us with some of your attacks.
That's just your imagination.
I guess this caved in during the earthquake as well.
It looks like we can get through if we dig a little. Senel, Will, would you help us?
Sure. Understood.
You three can take the next shift.
How about I just use my crystal Eris and blow it away?
No!
What is it with you guys? You really don't trust me, do you?
What would give you the slightest inkling that we trusted you?
I knew it! Fine then. You just watch.
Norma, let's step over here.
Let me go! Work, work, work!
Shut up!
Norma? Hmm? What's up? It's just... Oh, I get it. You don't like it when I play around with Senny. You're getting jealous, huh? No? Really?
Norma, that's enough.
Okay, I'll stop. By the way, see, I've been meaning to ask you. Why did you come to the Legacy? I mean, you didn't really just come for the sake of justice, did you?
No special reason. I'm just looking for someone. What about you? Do you have some purpose here?
I'm glad you asked. I've come to the Legacy in search of the Everlight. What's the Everlight, you ask? It's a miraculous jewel that can grant any wish.
I find that hard to believe. How can something like that really exist?
Ooh, is that all you can say? Don't you have any sense of wonder? Of adventure?
I'm sure anyone else would feel the same way. Right, Shirley?
Just you wait. I will find the Everlight, no matter what. You're very enthusiastic. What is it? I just happened to notice the brooch you're wearing. My brooch? Is that the one Senny found? Oh, yes. Could I take a quick look at it? Sure. That's an unusual stone. Yeah, kind of, I guess. This color, it's similar to the one in his records. No. That's too easy. It couldn't have been right next to me all along. But then again... Cheryl? Yes? Can I have this brooch? No. I can't ever let go of this. It's extremely important. Whoa, she got all serious all of a sudden. The stone in this brooch once saved my life.
Give up, Norma. Don't try to force her to do something she doesn't want to.
All right, I won't ask for it again.
That's better.
So sell it to me.
Hey!
50 gold.
You cheapskate.
We got it. Let's go.
Oh, he showed up at the worst possible time. But I'm not giving up yet. Senny, Shirl, you two don't really look like each other. Do you have any other brothers or sisters? Oh, I have an older sister.
What do you care?
Jeez, what's your problem? Just a little further.
The long demon must be getting closer.
Long demon? What kind of name is that? The long demon is a really big, really scary monster.
It was the long demon that chased us away from our old home here.
Is it the long demon that's causing these earthquakes?
It's the long demon! It saw us! What is that big purple thing? A giant worm? Ew!
Unbelievable!
We've got to run!
How long is this thing gonna chase us?
Oh, give us a break already!
We made it to the exit! We can get out from here!
Open the door, hurry!
This thing just doesn't give up!
We'll hold off the monster. Reynard, Norma, open the door!
Oh, it won't open with just two of us. Senny, see, help!
We can't!
Come on!
Ah!
Chloe!
Not you too, Will!
Norma, find a way to open that door, now!
What am I supposed to do by myself? Shirley? No way! It opened! I didn't do anything. Come on, everyone! We can get out!
Right! Senel, Chloe, hurry!
It looks like it's in pain.
Perhaps it can't take sunlight.
Aha! Because it's been living underground all this time.
We don't take this thing out now, it'll never stop chasing us.
Don't let its mucus touch you.
If it did, I'd be like so...
Stone Blast!
Demon Shadow! Something's
Don't take your eyes off
Impact!
him! Lightning!
Demon Shadow! Impact!
Tiger Blade! Sword Rain Demon!
Lightning!
What are you up to? Sword Rain! Sword Rain Demon!
Shadow Rush!
Lightning!
Impact!
Tiger Blade! I should hold back a little. Just one more shot!
Demon Shadow!
Lightning!
I should hold back a little.
Demon Fist! Impact!
Lightning!
What are you up to?
Shadow Rush! Shadow! Demon Shadow!
Lightning!
Impact!
What are you up to?
Stone Blast! Shadow Rush! I should keep some for later. Impact! No way!
Lightning!
Shadow Rush!
It'll be like this next time. Did we kill it?
Senel! Your arm is bleeding.
It's just a scratch.
My eyes did not deceive me. You are a true warrior, just as I thought. Let us dance the dance of victory.
Oh my!
They're pretty good.
We worked hard too. Why does Sunny get all the credit? Don't you think so, C?
Ah, well, what difference does it make?
Oh, you're just in a good mood from watching that dance. These shells are a present for Senel and Shirley. They're beautiful. These shells have a special significance when held by those close to each other.
They're used as a symbol of engagement among the Orosoran. As long as two people carry those shells, they will always know what each other is feeling.
Engagement?
Are you sure you want to give these to us?
They're but a small token of our appreciation. Oh, I want one too. I'm sorry, we only had one set.
Where does this path lead?
If you follow it for a while, you'll eventually get back close to your city.
Let's rest a bit, and then we can set out.
You still plan to follow us? We were only supposed to be together until...
Given the current circumstances, can you honestly consider Shirley rescued? You don't even know where we are.
That flying man might come back, you know. We can't relax until we make it back to the city.
I'm also concerned about the soldiers in red who attacked the bandits' lair. I hope that didn't have anything to do with Shirley.
Soldiers in red?
Don't worry about them, Shirley. It's okay.
Thank you, everyone, for all your help.
No. We should be thanking you for getting us back to the surface.
We hope to see you again soon. We'd love it if you'd come to the Orosorn village sometime.
Farewell, friends!
Bye-bye. Next time we meet, bring me a present too. Or... Well then, what do we do now?
The weather's getting bad.
Yeah, looks like it's gonna rain.
I hate the rain. Never mind.
Well, for now, let's head back to the city. But first... The mainland is home to numerous annelid as well, but this is the first time I've seen a species of this size. It would be wise to approach this from both an environmental aspect as well as a genetic aspect. Oh, I only wish we could have captured it alive.
What's up with Teach all of a sudden?
He's fascinated by the Long Long Demon. I've heard Renard's main occupation is the study of natural history.
Now, how shall I go about taking a sample?
I knew he was one of those super obsessed bookworm types. He's like a kid on his birthday. Reynard. Man, Renard is more like it. I had him pegged with Teach.
What happened to Coolidge and Shirley?
Yeah, where'd they go? Senel, is it really okay for us to go on alone?
A big group is easier to spot. We can move more freely if it's just the two of us.
But if we're going to split up, shouldn't we at least thank them first?
If we don't do it like this, they'll keep following us. What if something happens?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't want to cause any trouble for them.
Let's find a spot close to the city and hide out there. We'll get some information and then decide what to do.
Okay.
It's them!
We were getting tired of waiting. That's the nearness with you, is it not?
Soldiers in red? Senel, these people, they're...
The same ones who attacked the village 3 years ago. They're behind us, too.
You slipped away from us at the bandits' lair. But you won't get away this time.
Ah!
Damn it! It seems you know what happened 3 years ago. Perhaps you're even the one who led her away. And if I was?
So it was you. I'm impressed you managed to evade us all this time.
You have good instincts, I'll give you that much. The other day, too, right when we finally had you, you suddenly disappeared.
Senel, is that why you took me out to sea with you?
Yeah, I knew how rough the sea would be on you, but I didn't have any other choice.
And now it seems your luck has run out. To think you'd wind up on the Legacy of all places.
Save your gloating until the mission is complete.
Your move. Will you hand her over quietly?
Go to hell! So, you want to fight? Well then, all the more fun for us. I'll never turn her over to you!
Senel, no!
Yeah!
Firewall!
Eat this! Demon Fist!
Take this!
No way!
Die for me! Take this! Take this! Take this! Die
Guardian!
for me! Die!
Eat this! Demon Fist!
Take this! Take this!
Guardian!
Take this!
Guardian!
Taste my searing flames! Eruption!
Guardian!
That was fast.
What a waste of time. He's so pathetic, it's comical.
Hail, Commander Vaclav!
Vaclav.
So, you're a true Marinus.
Shirley, run!
You've given us an awful lot of trouble, but it ends here. What do you think you're doing?
Shirley!
I'm the one you want, right? If that's the case, I'll go with you.
Shirley, what are you saying?
Well, well.
Just please leave my brother alone.
Shirley, stop! It's no use talking to them.
Why are you laughing?
You didn't think twice about sacrificing yourself to save another. You really are very much alike.
Who are you talking about?
Your sister, of course.
Shirley! Stop it, Vaclav! Quit your whining.
Senel!
Here's your reward for trying to bargain with me, Marinus.
Stop!
Shirley!
Stop!
Ah, it's just lightning.
Well, well, looks like that was a bit too much for her.
Oh, the poor thing's out cold.
All that matters is that she's alive.
Ah, yes.
Finally, the Marinus is mine! The first phase of the operation is complete. We will commence phase 2 at once.
Yes, sir!
Senel, wake up. Come on, get up. Wake up! Finally, you're up! You sleep like a rock.
How am I alive?
I couldn't believe it! All of a sudden, you just fell from the sky. Your whole body was wrapped in some golden light.
Golden light? Did you see a blonde girl and a bunch of red soldiers?
Nope.
Damn.
You look so gloomy. Come on, snap out of it. Well, whatever. You're awake now, so let's go. I want you to take me to the city.
Me? Take you?
Yeah, is that a problem? by the way, I'm Harriet. Harriet Campbell. And you?
Senel Coolidge.
Okay, Senel, listen up. I want to go to the city right away, so I need you to take me there.
It probably would be a good idea to return to Veritas Beacon for now. I need to gather information.
Hurry up!
All right.
Senel, you dropped something.
It's the shell Peepo gave me. Shirley!
The shell! It's glowing! Senel? Senel, is that you? Senel, you're alive! Oh, thank goodness you're alive! I'm here, Senel. I'm okay. Don't worry. Hello? Can you hear me? From the next room? Is someone there? I knew it. You must be a new one. Where did you come from? You're one of the Baroness too, aren't you?